Last week at Indianapolis Raceway Park was a wild race at the short track in Indianapolis. Zane Crawford won, but it was not an easy win by any means necessary. Zachary Fitzgerald flipped, and we had a late race restart, but Crawford was able to go 2 in a row, and he could go 3 in a row here today, and really have a good shot at the championship late in the season. Watson and Kennington start in the middle of the field, and we are at one of the craziest, if not the craziest, mile and a half on the schedule. It's the Dead on Tools 150 25 laps of action for race 12 of the 2024 ARCA Amsoil Series Championship. What's up, everyone? This is Boyance Race 97, aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome to Chicagoland Speedway. And we are in for a treat here today. 25 laps on top, very short race, but this one could determine who has a shot going into the final 2 races and who doesn't. 5 drivers are separated by only 13 points, and then 8 drivers are separated by 25. Quite possibly the craziest mile and a half, and we'll see what ends up happening here today. I'm joined by Travis Crampton back up here in the booth, and welcome to Chicagoland Speedway.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here in the Windy City, and it's going to be nice to see what happens. I'm expecting a wild one, Chicagoland, crazy. I'm just hoping we don't have a flip again.
Yeah, you and me both. That's been the trend of the season for the ARCA Series, unfortunately. We had one at Oswego Dirt, and we had one somehow at ILP last week, and we've had flips scattered throughout the entire season. Somehow, someway, at least ARCA Series cars, but in the middle of it, we've had 9 different winners in 11 races. Do you think today we might get another different winner, or will some of the drivers that have a win already get another one?
I think we'll see a repeat winner today.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We got Ann April starting on the pole, and Dana Bunn starting in 3rd. Both of those drivers don't have a win yet. For Kennington and Watson, they start 14th and 18th. Meanwhile, Tampon and St. Crawford start 3rd and 4th. Could be a big point stay for those two. What do they need to do to try and maybe take the points lead going into Toledo next week?
Well, they just need to stay where they are, because Benny Watson and Kennington might get taken out here early. This track is notoriously known for wrecks, especially this version of Chicagoland, so I'm expecting an early caution, as most ARCA races have had, but as long as you're up front and you're not back there with the squirrels, as I like to say, you should be fine.
Yeah, keyword is should, because we've seen some crazy races and we've seen some calm races here. Not much in between at Chicagoland Speedway, but we'll see what ends up happening. While Kennington, like I said, he's been playing for the majority of the season. He has a 10-point lead over Ben Watson now in 2nd. St. Crawford with back-to-back wins is in 3rd, minus 11. Tampon is in 4th, minus 12. And joins out rounds out the top 5, minus 13. Those 5 have a very good shot at the championship still with 3 races to go. Chase Harris, last year's East champion, in a good second half, now in 16 points, minus 22. Kyle Susswright is in 7th, minus 24. And then the last driver that has a mathematical shot at leaving the point leader here today, if things get crazy, is Juan Garcia in 8th place, minus 25. And then 9th place, Alan Abel, who's on pole here today. That is the 2nd pole on the season. He needs a good one if he wants any shot at the championship. He's minus 47. And then Zachary Fitzgerald, who flipped last week, is in 10th, minus 49. So, with 3 races to go, it's been very competitive, but it's down to realistically the top 5, top 8 for this championship with 3 races to go. Alan Abel is on pole, and alongside him is Ryan Dewani. Row number 2 is Tampon and St. Crawford, trying to go 3 in the row here in the Amsoil ARCA Series. And row number 3, we got the 06 of Will Parrish, got 2nd last week, and the 57 of Zachary Fitzgerald. Row number 4 is Shay Rando and Riley Leem. And right now the top 10 is number 55 of Matthew Burnett and the 15 of Reese Michaels. And we'll go ahead and get these draws going off here at Chicagoland Speedway. Hopefully the first attempt. A wild racetrack, 25 laps a very narrow group. Who do you think will win, and how do you think the points will shake up leaving here at Chicagoland?
Well, I think the points will shake up a little bit, but I think it's not going to be too crazy. I think it's the top 6 are gonna. I think they're gonna stay the same, but also like you might see a couple changes. I don't think you'll see anyone drop out, but I also don't think you'll see anyone jump in. So I think it's going to be not too crazy for the points, but I do think there will be a couple wrecks, but I think they'll be in the back. And with my pick, I'm going to say the number 06 of Will Parrish.
Not bad pick. Will Parrish got second to the different McLaren St. Crawford on 2 races in a row. Bet Will Parrish is now going to get second again. Really great couple of races for that CO16 late in the season. And we'll see what Will Parrish can do, and we'll see what Aaron Abel can do. Second pole of the season, can hang on and get his first win and make it 10 for 12 here in the Amsoil ARCA Series. 3 races to go in the 2024 season, and it's going to get good. Aaron Abel and Ryan DeLine will lead us to the green, and we are racing for the Talent Tools 150 25 laps around Chicagoland Speedway. A great start for Will Parrish. Try made through wide for the 3rd place spot, but Tampon is going to rip through the middle and keep that 3rd spot, but Will Parrish is going to gain a position on St. Crawford, and crazy 3 wide racing all behind him as Dwight's all over the back bumper for Aaron Abel for the race lead.
And these guys are racing like it's the last lap, where they're racing like it's Atlanta Super Speedway. And they are sending it here. Watch, that's 4 wide. That is 4 wide. And somehow they sell it back down to 3 wide. That was real close. But meanwhile, up front, we got a battle for the lead. Here comes the number 35 of Ryan Durrani to the race lead.
He's gone a couple of close 2nd place finishes this season. After last night in the West Series, he has a shot at the championship in the West Series in a couple of weeks' time at Pikes Peak. Trying to clear that momentum from a 3rd place one to a possible win here today, and he's starting to pull away. Then Crawford, Tampon, and Abel, Matthew Burnett, all under a blanket. And one of the drivers that was involved in that 4 wide melee, who's luckily gone out of that, is Wallen Killington. Started in 14th, and he's already just outside the top 10. Meanwhile, Ben Watson is dropping back, starting to gain a few spots, but only 25 laps, gonna make little moves early and often, and that's what last year's champ Tampon is doing, trying to take second away from Will Parrish.
Yeah, but that number 27, I feel like he might make it 3 wide, and does. Tried to, but Aaron Abel, or not Aaron Abel, the 8 have cut him off of Tanner Parton.
Boy, oh boy. This track, we say it all the time, it races like a short track, and this is races like a super speedway. That's 4 wide. Reese Michaels into the outside wall again. Watson in the back, almost dead last. 3 wide for 2nd, 3 wide for 10th, 3 wide all over the place. And Abel trying to take 2nd. Crawford trying to get inside the top 5, and he does. And would you believe me that there's only 5 laps in and we still have 20 to go? This is insane stuff. But Ryan Dwyer loves the way he sees behind him.
Yup, and Aaron Abel is free to try to catch that number 35. We'll see if he can do that. And now the 55 of Matthew Burnett's going to possibly get clear. Might dive down to the inside. Not quite. Zane Crawford's still there. And now here comes the number 20 of Juan Garcia.
Cannot count this guy out. Multiple time champion. The race win leader. He has a shot at the championship still, minus 25. He needs a good one here today, and right now he's doing just like that. Kennington, just outside the top 10. And look at these two drafting each other, not anymore. Burnett trying to take 2nd instead of drafting with Aaron Abel.
But the outside is the preferred line, especially in 3 and 4, so we'll see if the 27 can rip that middle.
These two will be teammates in the Cup Series next season, ironically enough, so maybe a little bit of future teamwork right there, that try-working, but gonna sell side by side with each other, and all that crazy 3-wide and 4-wide melee has calmed down, thankfully, to just double file. That is crazy stuff. Burnett trying this inside lane, and he's gonna get clear. Dwayne might have to watch out, because here comes at least Matthew Burnett, but maybe Juan Garcia as well.
Juan Garcia to the inside, and also the 57 trying to go through the middle, but that didn't quite work. Aaron Abel slammed the door, and now the 57 of Zachary Fitzwater now going to try to go around the outside of the number 20 of Juan Garcia.
Good rebound from Fitzy, who flipped last week in a odd way, inside the top 5. He's basically outside of the championship contention now. He had a slim shot going into ILP, but now that's basically done. But still a very good season for Zachary Fitzwater, trying to carry that into the Cup Series. And Dewani still looking strong. Lap 10 of 25, almost halfway through. Dewani, Hooper able to top 3. And now Fitzy's going to make it 3 wide through the middle, as Will Palish is going to get back inside the top 5. St. Crawford is ahead of the number 69 of Ronald Kennington, as he's dropping back a little bit. Ben Watson is still in the back, so not good for his championship hopes. But Tanner Pond is ahead of Kennington, and so is St. Crawford.
Yep, and now here comes Aaron Abel to the inside of the 55 of Matthew Burnett. Fitzwater still there, and same with the 06 of Will Parrish. But still battling for second. These guys keep battling for second, and if they want to even have a chance at Tanner Parton, they're going to have to get, Ray and Durrani, they're going to have to get single file again, because this side-by-side is not helping their chances.
Absolutely. You cannot go side-by-side and think it will work out here at Chicagoland Speedway. But these two keep on thinking, hey, I have a better car, no, I have a better car. But they have to decide sooner rather than later on who does have the better car. Because we're past halfway and running out of time quickly. That inside lane not really working out. That middle lane is, ooh, that was close between Crawford and Fitzwater. And now Abel trying to close in on Dewani. Once this 35 took the race lead, he's not looked back since. And we'll see what ends up happening with 12 laps to go in this one.
It's not looking good right now for my prediction of this race. I thought we were going to have a repeat winner, but Ray Durrani has dominated this race, and we'll see. And once again, the 55 tries to go to the inside of the 27, and we'll see if these two can work together at all. These two, like you said, are going to be teammates in the JBL Cup Series, and this is not very team-friendly.
Definitely not. And you mentioned about the pick. Unfortunately for you, I believe 4 out of the top 5 and 5 out of the top 6 don't have a win yet this season. So, not looking good for the prediction of having a repeat winner here today. And that's just how competitive the ARCA Series has been this season compared to last season. And right now, is it looking good for Dewani, the way that these guys keep on racing for second. Only 10 laps to go here in the Dead on Tools 150. And finally, a calm race to a certain extent. It's been a little bit crazy at times, but we've not had a flip and we've not had a crash yet, luckily. And hopefully that stays throughout the rest of this one. I saw in the back, Kasumi Takashi, unfortunately, is in last place, the E-Series point leader up to this point, and not having a good season in the main ARCA Series. But here we go. Burnett to the back bumper and gonna move Dewani up the racetrack.
Got there, got to the quarter panel. Watch for this 27 here. The 27 of Aaron Abel might make it 3 wide, heading into turn number 3. Thinks better of it. Oh, as I say that, he tried moving the 55, but give the lead to Matthew Burnett.
Burnett to the lead. Not been a great season for him. Up and down, but mostly down, winning 23rd in points. And to the point he goes. And now Dewani might not have a long car, because at the end he's going to get passed by Burnett. Might get passed by Abel. Might get passed by the 06, the 57, the 15. But he's going to try and lift the outside lane. Fitzy's getting aggressive, 3 wide. And now getting aggressive late with 6 laps to go. Or 7 to go.
And we have a whole gaggle of race vehicles right here. And watch out, the 35 of Ray Durrani all over the quarter panel of the Aaron Abel machine. And now Zane Crawford now going to drop down to the inside. He's going to try to get in line here. And Will Parrish, is he going to get cleared for that second spot?
This is kind of like what happened last week, late in the race. Will Parrish got up to second and just didn't have enough time. This week has 5 more laps than what he did last week to try and catch up to that 55 of Burnett. And here's the number 69 Pennington out of nowhere. Started 14th, I believe, inside the top 10. And as things stand, Tanapon and Anthony Crawford will gain only a couple points on the point leader, and Fitzy's getting aggressive again, 3 wide for third.
Will Parrish almost into the outside wall, but they keep it straight. Here comes Zane Crawford. He has to choose which line he wants to run, and he's going to pick the middle behind the 35, but now he goes low, and we'll see if that helps the 57. The 57 is going to get a nice shove, and he's going to get clear. And now Zane Crawford might get a 3-for-1 special.
3-for-1 special here from Zane Crawford potentially. Notes that the 69 is inside the top 10 and trying to get as many positions as possible. 4 laps to go, and you know, I thought it was over. It might not be over yet. Aaron Abel is trying to catch up to his future teammate in the Cup Series of Matthew Burnett. And oh my goodness, what a 1 and 2 from the 27. He might get a 1 down the backstretch here at Chicagoland.
He does get a run down the backstretch to the inside. He goes Aaron Abel down into 3 and 4, but that middle is the preferred line, and you're seeing it here. That 55, he's going to get a good run off the corner here. But the 27, he stayed there, but 55 is going to lead at the line.
This is not over. This is going to allow Fitzwater, Dwayne, and maybe even Zane Crawford to get back into the mix, side by side. Abel on the middle, Burnett to the outside. Fitzy against Zachary Fitzwater get, I believe, only a second or maybe third win on the channel. He got his first win finally in the Power Truck Series race at Richmond. This is nothing like Richmond, but he has a shot from flipping last week to winning this week here in the ARCA Series. 2 laps to go. Abel out front, but anything is on the table.
Yep, and we might go 3 wide here down the backstretch. That was real close between Ray Durrani and Matthew Burnett. Down the back straightaway for the second to last time, heading to the white flag. Aaron Abel is leading, followed by Fitzwater. Ooh, Tanner Parton, I believe, just quarter panel slapped the 55 of Burnett. That's what gives Zane Crawford a spot. And now white flag is out here at Chicagoland.
Here we go. Fitzwater closing in fast on Aaron Abel. He's going to have a 1 down the back, all over the back bumper. Side by side for the race lead. That might allow Dwayne to have another shot. Are we going to go 3 wide for the race lead? Yes, we are. 3 wide to 3 and 4. Fitzy's going to get screwed in the middle, side by side. Abel, Dwayne at the line. It's going to be Ryan Dwayne from 3rd to 1st on the final lap.
Holy smokes, what a absolute run down the back straightaway, 3 wide move. Holy mackerel.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Not quite what we saw at Devil's Bowl a couple weeks ago. Well, it was a 4 1,000th of a second finish, but it was still a last lap pass. And a 10th different winner in 12 races. Dwayne, take a victory lap. You win in a last lap pass. That was wild. A caution-free race, and we still get a last lap full finish. Wow. Whew.
Man, that run, I thought that, you know, Fitzwater and Abel were gonna be side by side through 3 and 4, and then here comes Ryan Durrani with a huge head of steam. Had the big ARCA draft down the back stretch, sent it in the corner, and somehow we came out of there alive with a photo finish.
Tell you what, the ARCA Series this year has been absolutely crazy. A wild race, crazy action, and a caution-free race here. Luckily, we've seen a lot of wets this season, and I'm glad that played out. Dwayne thought he didn't have a long car, but maybe he was saving his stuff and made a last lap push, and that was absolutely crazy. Third to first. Also close for Unable to get his first win on the season, but still a great one for Unable. And who knows, he was 47 points back. That's going to help him continue to have a slim shot going into Toledo next week. Fitzwater in third, great one for him. St. Crawford in fourth, that is big for the championship. Burnett in fifth, taking opponents, that's also big. Parrish in seventh, Michaels in eighth. Caleb Lozano squeaks by and gets the top 10. And then in 10th is Ronald Kennington. So I believe that will be a 6-point difference. I think it might be a 5-point gap between Crawford and Kennington for the point lead going into Toledo next week. Juan Garcia in the 11th, Jordan Stout, Angel Gutierrez, Jack Haas, Susrai, not a good one here tonight again. That's 2 weeks in a row. Jay Rando in 16th, Ryan Lill in 17th, Mendoza in 18th. Bad one from Sam Dio and Mr. Reg. He started in the bat and finished in the bat. Riley Riemann 21st. Tough day for Benny Watson. Just got up to second in the point standings this week after ILP last week. And just didn't really have any speed. Started 18th, fell all the way back to last at one point and got 22nd. Diacono 23rd, and then unfortunately Takashi comes home in 24th. 48 hundredths of a second was the difference between Duane and Abel. A last lap 3 wide finish, third to first. Duane with the win. What's the final thoughts of that one here for the Dead on Tools 150?
You know, I thought we were going to have a massive big one on lap 4, so I'm glad that didn't happen, and I'm glad that this race played out the way it did. Durrani dominated early, fell back late, like you said, saving his stuff, let everyone catch back up to him, and then made a hard light charge at the end on the final lap. One of the better ARC races that I've seen, and honestly, very excited to see what happens next week at Toledo.
Oh yeah, definitely the most clean, but still great action that we've seen all season, and that's what we like to see, especially with some of the craziness that we've seen this season, with all the flips and wets and stuff. But another crazy race, another photo finish here for the ARCA Series, and this series has been amazing. 10 winners in 12 races, and the points are in. And I was correct, it is a 5-point difference. Ron Kennington is still a point leader, but only has a 5-point lead over St. Crawford. Upon our defending champion still has a shot with 2 races to go. 8 points behind. Jordan Stout is in 4th, 15 points behind. And Benny Watson, his devastating day, goes from 2nd to 5th in points, 22 points behind. So now, I think today, it really has knocked it down to 8 to 6 as Garcia still has a slim shot at minus 26. It's going to get good. Kennington's been dominant, but Crawford has done a late season push, and then Tampon still without a win, but he has been really consistent, hasn't had as many top 10s as Ron Kennington, and it's going to come down to New Smyrna. 2 races to go, and both from our short tracks, Toledo, Ohio, and New Smyrna, Florida, for the final 2 races of the 2024 Amsoil ARCA season. And if this is what we see here at Chicagoland, hopefully that carries into the next 2, and who knows what will happen. Thanks for Travis Hampton for joining me up here in the booth for a great 25-lap sprint. Congratulations to Ronnie Dwayne on the race win, and we will see you guys next week at Toledo for the main ARCA Series and at Nashville Fairgrounds for the E-Series. Bye!